What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about the role of Ash you use to the table or utility, and basically the attachments you should use when using Ash. So Ash is a 3-speed armor operator that comes in with 2 guns, 2 assault rifles. The first one is 36C. The second one being the R4C, which is probably the strongest fragging weapon in the game. So that is why it's used by most people. But sure that take all over anything. Like usually like a year ago. Okay, hold on. Like, yeah. So, and one of the main things that allows her to get killed, which is frags, is her
The enemy's remaining.
and speed really helps her drag out. Another thing is her utility. So she comes in with the breaching damages. She can basically destroy utility and like my short cams. But to be honest, because of the weapon, her utility, like probably the main thing about her is the utility that she brings into the table. Because her utility is just good. And she comes in with flashes. As you can see, because she's 3-speed, after we flash, we can just get in. So I'm gonna play one more with Ash. This time, I'm not gonna talk and just fully go on. I'm gonna show the attachments. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about Ash's and like her ability. So as you can see, she's a 3-speed 1 armor operator with a breaching ground. That's her utility item. And if you guys are not familiar with the breaching ground, what it basically is it can destroy like any type of utility on defense. It can destroy Maestro's cams, which is good. But it can't destroy no reinforced walls. She's a soft breacher. Not really a soft breach, but you know. She is like I said, she comes in with 2 different guns. One being the R4C, the other one being the G36C. So my personal choice is the R4C because if, as you can see, 39 damage, 860 fire rate, the mobility is 50, and the capacity is 30, plus the recoil is easier to control. If we look into the G36C, pretty small weapon with less of a fire rate, less of a damage, but it has an ACOG. Pretty much the same thing, less damage, less fire rate. Basically the 2 differences between these guns are the R4C does not have an ACOG, but the other damage, the fire rate, everything is pretty much better. The G36C, on the other hand, has an ACOG, but the fire rate and the damage is lower than the R4C. To be honest, my personal preference would be the R4C because it's just easier to get kills and frags with this weapon. He has 2 secondary weapons. And by the way, if you guys want to see the attachments, here are comp, vertical, hollow, and then pretty much, yeah. I used to run the flash, I used to run under barrel like laser sights, but I decided not to because like, I don't know, it's just doesn't help me a lot. Okay, now she has two secondary weapons, one being the 5.7 USG and the other one being the M45. I see a lot of people using the M45 just because it has more of a fire rate, but to be honest, I just use this one because of the bullets, but I know that the M45 has a better recoil pattern as well. Low caliber, like I said. It's used by the FBI SWAT. Okay, so he has two items, one being the stun grenade. I mean, he has two, like, basically secondary gadgets. He has a stun grenade and the breach charge. To be honest, you probably, the best option to use here is the stun grenade, just because you're going to be doing a lot of rushes and you're going to need to blind the enemy somehow, and stun grenades are used very well with 3-speed operators. And yeah, you can blind the enemies and rush in and get them. The breach charge just comes down to personality, but if you ask me, like how many ashes use the breach charge, I would say if the team has a lot of stun grenades, they would come in with a breach charge. But to be honest, like 95% of ashes use a stun grenade, and that's pretty much gonna be for the ash video today.